Awesome. Welcome back to our third episode of the Armadale Uprising podcast, Clan Doddle Collective. Save Armadale campaign. It's a really big name now, buddy.
How many names we got? Five names. I don't know how many names we have.
Obviously, I'm Sarah. I'm here with Joshua Weiss. We are going to start digging into the heritage and what's going on with the sale of Armadale Castle and the estate and where we are now and where we're headed. So, you want to kick us off on the heritage items in the museum and what's going on?
Yeah. I guess for lack of like a better summary, we don't necessarily know exactly what's happening with the heritage pieces.
Yeah.
I think that like the obviously there's the closing, and then they received the offers. We haven't received anything, like nobody's received anything public as far as like who, what, where, why, how, if something's been accepted or not. Like there's rumors and things like that going about, but like nothing verified. So like the idea of like not just what's going to happen with the estate and the land, but like the actual heritage pieces is very much in question still. Um, and I think that's got a lot of people like on edge. And like there's been a lot of noise about obviously the grounds and things like that that have like obviously continued to go on, but at the same time, like what's happening with the stuff, right? Like what's happening with like all of the items in the museum, like all the stuff in the archives, paintings, documents, all of that. Like nobody really knows. It's a bit of a gray area. Like we've received statements that everything's gonna be. I think that things are gonna be protected, and like like there's always the best of intentions in statements from the CDLT, but nothing concrete, right?
Right.
As far as we know. So yeah.
Well, and to clarify for people, if you haven't read our heritage report, we encourage you to do so because
Hmm.
it is one of the most superb collections of the story of the Lord of the Isles, and not just Clandonald, but the Highlands as well in that museum. And there's been questions of what happens to the artifacts in the sale. They were not put up for sale, but there has not been clear communication on what happens to them. I know there's people trying to figure out how to get their artifacts back that are on loan, and that has not been a clear process either. So that's kind of what we're talking about in this
Yeah.
situation right now.
And
So,
I think that like when you think about like pieces, like museum pieces, like we all go to museums, we see the things in displays and things like that, but there's a very like controlled environment that a lot of things have to be in.
mm,
Like safety, security, climate, you name it, like all have to be factored in when you're talking about things like this. And some of the pieces that are in the Museum of the Isles, like they are old, like they've been around a very long time, and they have to be taken care of. Now, like my assumption here is that like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say that the CLT wants to take care of this stuff. Like I'm not gonna say that they don't.
right,
But at the same time, like the very fact that like there's no summary or detail of like what happens next,
right.
it is concerning, right? I think that anybody would be. Um and if you haven't had a chance to go and look, I mean, like there's so many things in there. There's cannonballs, there's notificate, there's pamphlets from Glencoe, there's all these things,
There's
and
items from the Bronze Age. There's
yeah,
hundreds of
um,
things.
yeah. So like it's just like this kind of like aloof, sort of up in the air thing with very, very well like valuable pieces. So
Right.
yeah,
And clearly that's caused some tension with people. A lot of people have asked our campaign, what's going to happen with the artifacts, what's going to happen with the things.
hmm
I think I can speak publicly and just say we want to assure everybody that our campaign's forethought mission is absolutely to protect that and protect our heritage.
yeah,
And we're not giving up on that. So,
right,
regardless of the fact that the sale has come to a close or at least the close date has happened and we don't have information on that, we're in the waiting process. But we are very much still boots to the ground, keeping up with our heritage. There's difference in opinions of how that should look, but our committee is very much united in how we're fighting for it.
yeah,
And we are not giving up. We are continuing to reach out to people, continuing to bridge gaps and make connections all over the place.
yes, and that's I guess that ties into like our last general meeting with our with our group as a whole. Anybody who's on the Facebook page has the ability or has the ability to attend like our last meeting on Thursday. And the discussion did become about, the heritage items and what's happening with them. We did have an individual who was in the meeting who, like, as we were talking about the heritage items, brought up the fact that they had gone to the Clan USA annual general meeting, and tried to ask Diane Carey Schmitz, who is a trustee, like what was going to happen with the artifacts and the pieces, and basically was told that there was like a confidentiality agreement and didn't get more information. And that's like one of the, I guess, some information, but it did create a
Yeah.
bit of an issue as far as like the actual meeting and what happened from there. Because like from our standpoint, not knowing what's happening with the pieces and then like just kind of saying, oh well, there's a confidentiality agreement. We don't know, which we don't know if that's true or not, by the way. I mean, like we haven't seen anything signed or whatever, but like at the same time, like there's no it wasn't even a verification. It was just like, oh, I went there and asked.
Right. And I
It's
think
like, well, did you hold them a
too,
task, right?
the other thing too to keep in kind of keep in mind is our committee has not stopped. We have been going 24/7 since the
Mhm.
beginning. I know I can attest to this, you can attest to this, every one of us can. We are in different time zones around the world. And so our group chat where we are constantly communicating is
Mhm.
literally going off at all hours of the day
Right.
and night. We like to say
And like,
Scotland
yeah,
is
right,
awake in my house.
right.
But that I just want to say that like that's a testament to those who are coming and asking us questions. Do so keeping in mind that we haven't stopped. We haven't taken a break. We haven't stopped fighting for it. So there might be people on our committee justifiably emotionally charged at this point. We've been going at it nonstop. And this is more than just, oh, this is my clan's heritage. For a lot of us, this is very personal heritage there as well. And um, a lot of us in this group have heard stories from a lot of our people in our group and our members, as well as others who have been in the community, worked in the community, worked at Armadale, and they have shared such stories that weigh on our hearts that
Yeah.
it is a weight that we bear of a responsibility to fight.
Right. 100%. And like, I guess the thing is like, the individual came in, like, the recommendation was delivered that, we should play nice to get information if we want it. Right. And we've alluded to this point before, but I bring it up again, but with a little bit more detail as well. Like going into the annual general meeting, like everything that we had received or any information we received up, I guess maybe up until like maybe a couple weeks before, was that everything was good. Like, we had support, we had this, we had people taking pictures with pamphlets, we had, people wearing t-shirts, we had all these things
Yeah.
and all the support from these people. And then like about a week and a half, 2 weeks before, we started getting messages about like, I hope people aren't trying to organize a boycott, right? We shouldn't be doing these things. And so the tone changed. But like we were going into the whole thing, we were under the impression that like we had allies all over the place. And we weren't even thinking that we had enemies other than like whoever was on the CDLT. Like when nobody had an enemy, nobody was what we would consider like somebody that we would have to like defend ourselves against at all. And so going into it, like we had very high hopes, and then it was like it just didn't happen,
Yeah.
right? And so all these things were taken away, and like people sit here and they go, "Well, why are you so mad at us?" Or why are you upset? And why can't you be nice to everybody and just like, get along to go along, and that way we can all cooperate because we thought we were cooperating.
Well, we thought we were working jointly for a common cause. We thought we were
Right.
all on the same team in that. And I think what happens a lot of times is people will say, "Hey, I'm with you. I stand with you." Sorry, my dog is going crazy because there's a storm.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
Um, but we say, look, we stand with you. We think these things, but when we're actually faced with actually standing up and facing the
Right.
conflict and the confrontation that comes with it, a lot of people will, not be able to in that moment. And unfortunately, that lets down everyone else who's fighting and it lets down what you're fighting
Right.
for. And I'm not saying like, stand in what you're standing in. Like nobody's trying to speak ill of anybody, but it hurt a lot of people
Yeah.
um, in the process. It hurt a lot of people who have been putting their money, their blood, sweat, and tears into this fight 24/7 and thought we had allies everywhere, thought everybody had the common goal to fight for the same thing. And then to be let down and not just let down, but then slandered
Yeah.
online in such a vicious attack against people in our committee has created a lot of emotionals and a lot of conflict that um, ultimately we are all going to rise above and we are going to continue to fight and we're going to continue to do so with dignity. And people may not like what that looks like, but that is their cross to bear, not ours.
I guess the other thing too, like as somebody who was a deputy commissioner for Clan Dollar USA, and from the very beginning of this had been involved, like from day one of the sale announcement, it wasn't even necessarily that I like the reason I felt let down was that I thought I was doing this for them,
Yeah.
right? Like I thought I was doing this for Clan Dollar USA, and everything that I received since that AGM has been like, no, you weren't,
Yeah. And I
right?
can understand where you're feeling with
So
that.
that's where that's like that hurt me a lot because I'm like going, I thought I was doing this for you
Right.
on top of like the community and everybody I know. Like I thought the main mission here was to do this, and that's what I was told. So months and months of time and vouching and all of that. There you go. So
Well, and I will say, despite all of that has happened, I'm just going to go into this and say it. You have bridged so many gaps of communication with community and people that, and I'm just going to say what it is our name has been dragged through the mud. The
yeah.
McDonald name has been dragged through the mud because of the way that the community has been treated by individuals there that the
Mhm.
trustees put in place, and
Yeah.
the trustees themselves. And I, for one, am not okay with it. I know nobody else on our committee is okay with people getting treated in ill manner just because of the McDonald name. That
Right.
being said, you've done a wonderful job building up the social media and the pages and connecting with people because you see people for who they are and you see the genuinity in their hearts and you see like,
Mhm.
hey, we can bridge this. We can bridge this gap. It doesn't necessarily need to be, you know, this person versus this person, but we can all come together. And you've done such a great job on that. I think our public page is a testament to that.
Yeah, but we're all doing that. That's what the best part. Like I think we're all doing that together. And I think that's the biggest piece is like, your name is on a post, but that doesn't account for like what everybody's doing to really support that. And like, there's really only one camp of people that's saying that that's not occurring, and they're not really participating in any of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So like
about
that's and
that,
that's the truth. So like when we're doing this stuff, like we are doing it because like honestly, I like talking to people there. They're
yeah.
actually pretty cool. I mean, if they weren't cool, I wouldn't. But still, like I'm just no, I'm just kidding.
I
But
mean,
seriously, no.
even if they weren't cool, I still would because
Would
there's
you?
still
Oh, I don't
Scotland.
know. I got yeah. Like
I mean, I
anyway.
say that
So
because, like, I have Scotland here, I have Scotland in front of me, I have it everywhere,
right.
just like you do,
Yeah.
because as the diaspora, like, our heart calls for it.
I mean, they're just like there's a lot of people there, like that, like the people who run the ferry and like stuff like that. They have these posts and like they make it really easy to like interact because like it is a lot of fun. Like they do fun things and like it's really cool to get to know people. And by the way, my league won the amateur football championships in the Western Highlands yesterday.
Yes, they did.
They
That's
won. They
amazing.
took it. They're taking that cup back to the island.
Yes,
I watched the highlights myself, so just saying.
you did
Yeah.
that, and I spent my afternoon in a store here in Houston called the British Isles. It's a gift shop.
Oh.
and they
Oh.
had I almost spent a ton of money yesterday. They had Highland stoneware that's all
Mm,
handcrafted tea set from the
yeah.
Highlands and hand painted, and it's this whole set of like the actual grounds of Skye and other areas up in Inverness and areas.
Yeah.
And walked up and looked at it, and I was like, I want every single piece of this.
Yeah.
And my husband had to drag me out of the store before I bought it all.
Yeah. Cardboard. Yeah. Putting boxes, walking out. Yeah. That's like then that's one of the things like you can find those little treasures around here too,
Yeah.
of places like that, which is really awesome. But speaking of treasures, though, we need to talk about your merchandise.
Oh,
We gotta talk
so we
about
have a
this,
new
the
fall
good stuff.
line.
I know we
I'm
do.
calling it a fall line. It's not really a
Huh?
fall line, but we added a hoodie. We've added a fleece performance quarter zip as well. We've
Mhm.
added a whiskey glass, a rocks glass, and a wine glass. We've
Mm.
also added a regular stainless steel, just drinkable cup that you can take everywhere. We've added tote bags because I don't know about you, but I hate grocery sacks and I like reusable
Mm.
bags. And I'm always looking for the canvas ones that are a little bit stronger than like
Oh yeah,
the regular ones
yeah.
you can get at the grocery. So we've added those. We've added one that's an eco tote that's more organic cotton
Mm.
and other fibers. Um, and there's more. We even have a Christmas ornament on there now. We have a
Oh,
ceramic
that's
Christmas
cool.
ornament. So we're gonna add
Yeah.
some more stuff as we go on, but we've added all of those. We have a long sleeve t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt. It would take me forever to name everything we have. We have
Yes.
multiple colors, multiple sizes, and more that's getting designed that we're gonna put out and push out. And I just want people to understand, like, we use a print on demand supplier. So if it takes a minute to get to you, that's kind of what's happening is they're having to navigate
Yeah.
changes in tariffs and laws and things like that. And so we're navigating that with them. At the same time, because we wanted to be able to reach everyone in the globe, um, we keep our cost as low as possible. So we actually don't make millions of dollars or even
No.
hardly 10 pounds per shirt or anything like that. We keep it as affordable as we possibly can to let everybody else be able to afford it while still trying to support our campaign and our legal endeavors to
Right.
protect our heritage. So,
Yeah.
as affordable as possible while still trying to help the campaign with the
Hmm.
legal fight that we're trying to ensue and get the advice we're trying to do. So, those in mind, everything is available at savearmadale.com. Um, you have a button on the website where you can change it from pounds to dollars to euros to Canadian dollars.
Yen.
If
No, I don't know. That's true. I made that up.
what?
Can you change it to yen?
No,
Oh,
I haven't added yen to it.
it's gonna get there. Watch.
Well, so
You'll
you
see.
say this, we have a minimum of 4,500 hits on our website that are
Wow.
not bots. I can say
Wow.
that they're actual people around the world. And some of those hits do come from China and Brazil.
Oh, okay.
So we do have hits from around the world. And it might get to the point that we need to change to different currencies eventually. But for now, those are the four we've started with. And then
Fine. Okay.
we'll build. We'll build
I'm
from
not
there.
mad. I just was that would have been nice.
We gotta start
Um,
small. We gotta start build
right.
it.
You're right. You're right. Speaking of hits, so yeah, we've got so on the public page, where we're trying to, like it's not even like we're trying to build engagement. We just want to have fun and meet people. Like it's not like we're not forcing anything. We just want to just, like share posts, cool things. Like since we've created that page, we've had over 26,000 views,
Wow.
verified, verified views. And then on our actual like the Clan Donald, like the private page, we've had 6,000 interactions in 3 weeks.
So as much as people want to
I saw,
say it's a
yeah,
minority, it is not a minority.
right.
The hits
That's
are
quite a
not
bit.
lying. And we have
So,
more subscribers to our YouTube than they do.
right.
We've built up a community that actually wants to stand and talk. Talk about our name change on the public page. Because I'm
Oh yeah, so
excited about that.
we did. So we started out the public page was started out as like a like was going to be the podcast share page for Armadale Uprising. But we thought, like instead of using that just for podcasts, like let's use that as a platform to like get to know people better.
Hmm.
So we did change it to the Clan Donald Collective, and with that spirit, it's like sharing ideas, songs, poetry, updates. I mean, like it can be anything. Like and as long as it involves like getting to know people and like heritage and communities and groups and everything around Scotland and
Yeah.
even in the United States or wherever you're from, like tying it all together, that's the idea, like, and so we thought the Clan Donald Collective would be perfect because it's the largest clan in the world. I think it can connect a lot of people even outside of that. And the collective
Yeah.
is just, hey, it's an open forum for us to share stuff about ourselves, right? There's no
Absolutely.
aim, there's no like trying to prove how Scottish we are, there's no anything like that. It's just getting to know places better, right? And
Well,
that's the idea.
it's the global clan comes together and builds the community
Yeah,
that we have, and getting to
just to be
showcase
yourselves.
that. I'm personally going to
Mhm.
say, if you are in the Highlands and you make ceramic goods that are not going to cost me $80 a cup, call your girl,
Yes. Yeah, and
because
let
I
us
have a
know.
place
We'll
on my
just and
shelf
we'll
for them.
post your stuff for free. Like
Yes.
there's no strings attached here. It's just
No.
we just want to show people what you can do. That's it.
We want to honor the craftsmen, the artists, the
Yeah.
musicians, the locals, the bakers,
Mhm.
Klansmen, all of it. We want to honor your craft. We want to honor you as people and share it to the world because
Yeah.
it deserves to be shared.
Yes.
I'm so proud of that
100%.
page and what it's becoming, and all the work that everybody has done in the committee to
Yes.
build that should
What
not
people
be
don't
overshadowed
see.
by everything else.
Oh man. If people what people don't see is like all the stuff that happens with the contacting and our Scottish committee group members, man, I'll tell you what, they are I mean like like they work and they are
They
doing it
work.
all out of love. I promise you that.
Oh
It is
my goodness.
all love and passion. So, yeah,
They take it to another level on a
yes.
daily basis that is so much heart and passion that I
Hmm.
don't even think people realize just how immeasurable it is with
Yeah.
them in such a beautiful way. Like, this is, you have to understand. So, Josh and I are both stateside, and we we come from the same line of McDonald's, which is
Hmm.
oddly funny
Yeah.
how we connected on that.
Right. Right.
But we have such a longing for our heritage. And then you have our wonderful McDonald ladies in our committee who, they experienced a different level of the Highland clearances than our side did.
Hmm.
And to hear their stories and still be in the country and watch what had changed and watch what
Hmm.
has truly impacted the nation as a whole, and
Right.
the lack of autonomy to say no,
Right.
to protect what's their heritage,
Right.
and the passion that comes behind it. It's rare to find in individuals. It's even
Hmm.
more rare to find in such an amazing group of
Yeah.
people who say, I'm not going to stand by. This is our heritage. It's worth fighting for. And when you find that rare gem of a person, you don't want to let go. Like, you want to
Yeah.
get close to them and you want to say, I'm in this with you. Their passion and their heart for this is, there's just no way of measuring it. It's truly an honor to stand side by side with this group and get to say we're all in.
Yeah. And I think on the other side of that too is instead of someone who might be like, well, I don't like the way they present information or the way they speak or do whatever to me or whatever, like instead of being like, I feel attacked, maybe ask the question why.
Right.
Maybe try to understand
Yeah.
because that's not happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the other part of it too, right?
Right.
Like we are seeing, we come at it because, we've been through the test of like asking the questions and trying to get understand. And like on the other side of that comes us with the relationship,
Right.
and I think that, if people are going to speak in a critical way, They're not doing it from a level of understanding.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that. And so therein lies the issue for me is like you're discounting an experience that people are having that's very genuine, very real, and very in front of them.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
until you can make the effort to get to know them and understand that, you don't have a lot of ground to stand on.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So,
And our committee is, I mean, we talk about cake a lot,
yeah.
but the Armadale stores keep posting
Not our
them.
fault though. Yeah. It's not our fault. There's so many places that make amazingly great looking cakes that oh,
Ooh, I think I lost him. We're going to give him a second to come back into this. But in that, just know that we are supportive of the community. We're supportive of everybody. We will continue to fight for everyone. We will continue to stand. I think Josh is coming back. There he is.
my computer died just
Oh
now.
no.
It was a message. No, no, they didn't want to talk about the cake. That's kept secret in Sky. No, it's but no, like for real, I can't even. It's like a new place. These keep showing up, like different cakes. I
Yeah.
don't get it. And
But
it's
it's
like,
amazing.
I know.
Okay, but here's the thing. I have to ask you a very important question.
Mhm.
Will you be trying cake when you go in October?
Yeah,
Will you
I
take
got to
us
go before the
along?
season ends though, or so it's got to be like the first 2 days. I think because a lot of places close in November, so I gotta go like the 29th or like whenever I'm there, like
Yeah.
right away, or else it's just gonna be like there's
I
nothing.
just need you to take a video of the cake and say this is for us back home and those who can't be there. We're going to live through you while you're there.
There's 2 cinnamon bun days a week, by the way.
I might need you to ship some back to the US.
Yeah, so I just found that out, and like I completely turned my Friday around. Having a rough Friday, then the late I forgot it. Oh
Well,
my,
I'm
yeah,
excited that you get to go. I'm excited that you're going to visit before everything changes hands,
yeah,
that you're going to go reach out to people in the community and really get to see them. Um, did you say you're
and
going to Kinlock as well?
yeah, I'm gonna try to visit and say hello. Like I said, I'm just gonna show up. I'm
I
just like,
love it.
hey, bring cinnamon buns. Like, hey guys, how's it going?
Your long
You know,
lost cousin has arrived.
I was in the neighborhood and I just thought I would drop these off and say hello. But like I guess the thing is like the other thing too is like I'm not going to Armadale. I want to go there to appreciate it and be
Yeah,
there and like see the things
honor it.
and and do all that. Like my purpose there is to do what should always be done and what always should have been done for that place, and that's appreciate it and love it, right?
Yep,
So there's no other motive. That's what I want to do, and I think that's probably the most important thing that can be done at this point. Um, because like things are already in motion, that's all you can do. But like I said, I mean, it's just about being present in that place and in that time.
absolutely.
So
Well, and
yeah, that's my
honoring our ancestors who've walked there and fought
right.
for it and stood for it and
Hmm.
being one with the land. It means a lot when you sit there and stare out across the lock and you look at the mountains and
Hmm.
you look at the scenery around you and just know everything our ancestors once fought for
Yeah.
and stood for, and just being a part of that and standing in that area, it's an honor that can't really be described.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I'm encouraged that you're going. I'm excited that you're going. I expect pictures and videos. I'm just saying it now.
I will. Yeah. I mean, anything I can do. If I can make sure that my batteries are charged, that'd be even better.
I
So
mean, you could go
yeah,
live on our YouTube or
I
Facebook
could.
and like show people
I
how
could.
amazing
Yes,
this is.
I
So
will. I was gonna do a YouTube live of me trying to cross the bridge in the Dunscates, but I don't know. I should probably pay attention while I'm doing that.
maybe if you had a drone that follows you, but not if you're holding a camera. We need
Yeah,
you to come back safe.
I have to hold on for life and not a camera. So
Exactly. You have to come back safe.
my wife said I have a GoPro. I can put a GoPro on my head.
Okay, put a GoPro
I
on your
have
head
one. I'll do that.
or on your chest, either way.
But then again, like if I have a GoPro on my head and I plummet, then like people are just gonna see it all fall apart. So yeah,
Don't do that part.
be
Don't
all
do
right.
that part.
I'll be
We
fine.
use GoPros for Roger's endeavors when he goes underwater. So
See? Yeah.
they're pretty cool videos when you get them.
For falling off a cliff, whatever
No
works.
falling
Yeah,
off cliffs.
be fine. And rub some dirt on it and get
So
back up.
if you are in Scotland, if you are in the community, if you are on Sky,
Mhm.
reach out, totally crash his holiday.
Yeah,
Go say hi to Josh, crash in on him, show him
yeah.
around, make him eat cinnamon buns and cake.
Because if you
And
don't, I'm
whiskey.
just showing up.
Yes.
Like, trust me, I'll just show up to places. It's fine.
I mean, I don't think anybody will have an
I'm not
issue
going
with
to their
that.
house. I'm just saying, like, places of business. I'm just gonna show up. I'm not gonna like, yeah, like, hi. I'm sitting in your living room. That's not gonna happen. But yeah.
Some of them might be okay with it.
Right. Who's this?
Some might be okay with it.
I got
All
lost.
right. Well,
Yeah.
I
All right.
hope you have the best trip ever when you get to go. We will
Yeah.
talk more next week and update everybody more next week. Our goal is one podcast a week, and we'll
Mhm.
keep that going. And don't give up on us because we're not giving up on it.
Don't give up like my computer did.
Be better
There we
than
go.
Josh's computer. Yes.
Right. That's what I say. All right.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.